What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 10 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. We are taking this Calyrex team for one last ride before we switch to the last team as part of my 5 rental teams video. If you haven't checked that out already, I highly recommend you do. So looking at my first opponent, it is a Calyrex team as well, but a Calyrex Shadow. It is Calyrex Shadow with with Whimsicott and Incineroar, Tyranitar, Urshifu, and Rillaboom. So there are a lot of things to consider. I think Pincurchin is very important here. I mean, Stack is tempting, but we do have Urshifu. I like Oranguru. That Calyrex is tempting, so I'm gonna do Oranguru, Pincurchin, Urshifu, and Calyrex. Stack is really tempting. I could give up Urshifu for Stack. First, second. Let's do that. We do have to worry about Fake Out Boys, but I don't think that they can KO. I don't think that they should be able to KO my Oranguru. So we should be able to set up a guaranteed Trick Room. The fear is if they have Whimsicott. So that's one thing, right? If we set up Trick Room, we have to switch out to prevent an Encore, as we will see Tyranitar next to Incineroar. So I'm fine with that. I don't think a Lash Out can KO Oranguru, which is, I mean, I'm kind of hoping here. I think if that's the case, we will have a good switch into Stack Attacka to be in a really good spot. So, like I said, it'll really depend on if we can survive a potential double up. But I'm still going to go for Trick Room as well as a Protect. No real reason to take damage if we don't have to. So let's see. Probably a Fake Out into Pincurchin. Just a straight Crunch. So Crunch into Oranguru alongside a Flare Blitz. So bad start. A Darkest Lariat is going to come out. We will unfortunately lose Oranguru, but we can try again. We can either try again with Stack. I think. Do you have Superpower on Tyranitar? You could. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna protect Stack for a turn. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna go for Rising Voltage is 140, is 210 versus 160. We're gonna go for a Rising Voltage onto T-Tar. It should be more damage, and I'm hoping that we can see its moveset to know if it has Superpower, which we will see just Crunch. So that tells me that you might be choiced. So that's really good for us. We will be able to get off this big Rising Voltage onto this Tyranitar for really good damage, in all honesty. I would have obviously liked the knockout, but there is the Sandstorm to boost. So I feel comfortable going for a Trick Room here. Based on what we've seen, I think it's fine. And then let's Rising Voltage the Incin slot. We know you're switching out. If we can catch Calyrex on the switch, that's really great. Or we do just see a hard switch, right? And the hard switch is going to be into Rillaboom. So a little less than ideal, but this means that you do not have, what is it called? You don't have the Parting Shot anymore, as Pincurchin does survive, but we will take another defense drop. Definitely less than ideal. Rising Voltage, just the littlest of chip onto Rillaboom, and Trick Room will go up. So, in all honesty, I'm fine just to attack with Stack. I don't really want to sacrifice Pincurchin. I could just go for the double up anyway and say, you know what, like, it's fine. Tyranitar has recovered a decent chip as a result of I'm going to go for a Gyro Ball here, as well as a swap. No, I think, okay, so I think Tyranitar is going to swap into Incin. So I'm going to try and punish that. I'm going to say you're going to fake out into Stack and, yep, swap into Incin to try and get the continued fake out pressure. So we can try to pick up the, not pick up the KO, but at least get some really good damage with the Scald. Just straight Grassy Glide. Grassy Glide into Pincurchin is fine with me. We will at least get some chip with this Gyro Ball. It should actually do a decent chunk as not the ideal amount, but also not the worst. We know that you can't fake out both of us. So what I'm thinking is Calyrex comes out. We're forced to bring out Calyrex. Remembering Trick Room turns is going to be important here because we potentially do want to just set them up again. So let's quickly take a look at that. Incin is definitely going to stay in to go for a fake out. Yeah, like I said, I do want to monitor Trick Room turns. 3 turns of Trick Room left. I'm fine to just do this as well as this. I don't really see a good counterplay to it because either way we're getting big damage. As fake out, yep, into Calyrex, that's fine. Probably going to be a knockoff, I'm guessing, from Rillaboom. Really good damage from Stack. We do see a U-turn. Interesting. Oh, that's great. that's fine with me. You're gonna proc the policy, so we are gonna get Calyrex up to +2. There's 2 turns of Trick Room left. I'm guessing you bring out Calyrex. No, you bring out Tyranitar. Yeah. Okay. So. You bring out Tyranitar. Okay, so there's 2 turns of Trick Room left. I'm guessing you protect Tyranitar this turn with the idea of KOing me the subsequent turn, right? You protect this turn. That means you have to, I KO you the next turn. The turn Trick Room ends. You bring out Calyrex. So I'm gonna double Trick Room mid Trick Room. This is really, really, really risky. Like, okay, we're halfway there. We just need to see Protect with Tyranitar. If we get that, oh, yes! Oh my god. Yes, we did it. Okay, sick. So now we have way more turns of Trick Room to work with. So we can KO Tyranitar a little bit earlier than expected. I'm really glad that worked. I'm super glad we got that to work out. And they didn't even, oh, that's so great. So now we have the full Trick Room to work with. I see no reason not to Gyro Ball here, as well as go for a Glacial Lance, because if you fake out into one of our things, right, you're gonna fake out into Calyrex, that's fine. We do get to KO Tyranitar before you are able to do anything. That does get... So what? There's 3 turns left. We need to KO... something on this turn. So I'm going to double up into Rillaboom because of the fact that Stack is at +1. Stack will go back to neutral. Yeah, because this will be 3 turns left. We should still be fine, right? Because you can only fake out into 1 slot. We will see Incin, that's fine. I could just go for a double up here. I can, Gyro Ball into you. Let's go for a Gyro Ball as well as a Glacial Lance. I think oh no, because Stack is at neutral. We do see the fake out into Calyrex, makes sense, as we will just Gyro Ball. If we pick up the KO onto Rillaboom this game, unfortunately we don't. We will see a U-turn into Calyrex. That's fine with me. That forces you, That forces you to bring out Calyrex. Is that? Oh, interesting. Calyrex comes out again. Do I want to try my luck twice and double Trick Room? There's 2 turns of Trick Room left. You what? You protect Calyrex. You have Incin get knocked out. That lets you bring out Rillaboom to fake out, and you assume that you can live one of these hits. I would like to do this. I want to risk the double. I'm going to say you're going to call the double because of the fact that I did it last time. I think Glacial Land should still KO. Oh, this is an interesting choice. Actually, I think it's the same outcome. If you protect Calyrex, we cannot double Trick Room, and that lets you go for an Astral Barrage, which I should have double Trick Room, man. If I'd pulled that off twice, yeah, because now Incin. What? Incin is guaranteed to fake out. Stack is... no, because Stack is only at... So you should fake out into Calyrex. You fake out into Calyrex, because Stack will be at -1. Oh, I should have just double Trick Room twice. I had it, man. Oh, God, it was so easy. Oh, ooh, Calyrex is low. If I had double Trick Roomed again... Oh, I should have just gone for it. But if they had Astral Barrage, it would have been game over. Stack is at full. I don't think Calyrex can one-shot Stack. I'm going to still go for a Gyro Ball here, as well as... Wait. Stack is at -2. Calyrex is only at +1. I'm going to go for a Glacial Lance. I don't think I'm going to get it, but I think Stack can still set up a Trick Room. Actually, probably not at this point, because you're just going to Astral Barrage. Yeah, that's going to KO Calyrex and leave Stack. Oh yeah, because it's gonna be single target. It's gonna be single target at +1. We should have protected. Yeah, the right play would have been to double protect there, and then it would have been no, because I would have had to solo with Stack. So I think the outcome would have been the same, because what they would have gotten to +1 the turn we set up Trick Room. We would have put no damage onto Calyrex. So a little unfortunate. If we had set up that double Trick Room, we would have had it. Yeah, I mean, the punishment, though, is if they had called it and they had just gone for a Shadow Ball, we would have ended our Trick Room 2 turns early. But definitely props to my opponent. It was really well played. I think when I got up that second Trick Room, I was like, oh, we got this. But they managed to pull it back. And yeah, like, Stack is too low, unfortunately. But I mean, sometimes we have a bad start and nothing to say, but let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is another Calyrex-Ice team. It is Calyrex-Ice with Togekiss, Rowlet's middle form, Indeedee, Toxtricity, and Inteleon. I like Volcarona, Calyrex, definitely one Stack, and Pincurchin. Oh, you're gonna be Inteleon. You're gonna probably, I'm guessing it's Inteleon Soak. Right, you're gonna try and soak with Inteleon to then proceed to do things with soak strats. I don't know how to Datrix. What is that thing's name? Where is my phone? I don't know where I put my phone. Oh, it's far away. What is this thing's name? Oh no. How do I spell Rowlet? What is this thing called? What is this gonna do? Datrix. Okay, so we see Inteleon with Indeedee. So that could be an expanding force. So what I can do is I kind of want to double protect, man. This is a scary... It could be Imprison, right? It could be Imprison strats. Let's go for a Struggle Bug with Protect. With Glacial Lance? I don't even know, man. I'm going to go for a Glacial Lance. I don't really have any better ideas. I really don't know. We are going to see Snipe Shot most likely into Volcarona, or into Calyrex. Calyrex is going to eat that up. Expanding Force, we should be able to double take that. Volcarona, not as well as I would have liked, but because it's a crit, makes sense. Struggle Bug, at least we will be able to put stuff down to -1. Oh, big damage. Yeah, take that crit right back. Not that it's going to matter, because you're going to get hit with a Glacial Lance. We do manage to at least pick up... Yeah, we'll definitely pick up the knockout onto Indeedee. We still have to worry about that Inteleon. Oh, I would have really liked for that Inteleon to go down. What? We can survive another Snipe Shot. We should be able to outspeed any incoming Calyrex. So this'll be interesting. You probably don't bring it out here. Or you do. So that's I want to keep Volcarona around because I can burn Calyrex. So I'm going to go for a Protect here as well as a Glacial Lance. I don't expect it to do that much, but we will learn stuff about their Calyrex, particularly how much speed investment it has. Like, are you adamant with some speed? So it looks like they are going to run some speed. We do manage to take that, which is really great for us because of the fact that now we can pressure Heat Wave onto their... Oh, wow. We get to +2. So what we can do is we can actually Rage Powder with Volcarona. Yeah, I think with Rage Powder, we are in a good spot. I just need to remember what I brought next to Stack. Which is going to play a pretty important role. As we do see Togekiss. Togekiss is fine. We have... Oh god, we have Pincurchin. I would like to Heat Wave and go for a Glacial Lance. Right? This is tricky. Stack is in a potentially good spot of... Oh, wait, we're faster. So this will... That's great. Pincurchin is Sucker Punch. Pincurchin is Sucker Punch, so we have a potential out there. We do have to be a little bit weary, though, of Follow Me support. This will pick up the double, so that's really scary. They're at +4. God, that crit is really, really... Wait, oh no, Glacial Lance isn't contact. Doesn't say Rocky Helmet. Unless it does work. Please Rocky Helmet work on Glacial Lance, even though I know you don't. We are going to see nothing. Okay, so Stack and Pincurchin. I'm guessing you want... I just gotta hope that they go for Follow Me. And let me get off my Sucker Punch onto Calyrex. What? Do I want to Protect to see what they're gonna do? I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do this, right? If you go for a Follow Me, sad day. If you don't, I should have protected. I should have scouted and planned accordingly, but like, I don't really have a contingency plan. If they go for Follow Me, like I said, we lose. Okay, no Follow Me. Sick. So that's going to let us KO Calyrex with Pincurchin. Thank God for Pincurchin. And now, there's no way that this Togekiss can KO both. We are going to see Flamethrower onto Stack. Oh, onto Pincurchin. Even better. And we can just go for a Gyro Ball to hopefully pick up this KO onto Togekiss. It should, if it's not... Yeah. It's Sakataka versus a Togekiss. Definitely a little scary. I mean, this is kind of how Calyrex can really sort of snowball out of control, right? We saw they were able to get to +2 because we triggered their weakness policy, and then they were able to pick up 2 knockouts. So what I'm trying to think of how I could have gotten around that. Double Protect, swap into Stack. Double Protect, swap into Stack. No. I could have swapped into Stack, actually. And then gone for a Follow Me while I set up the Trick Room. Because we saw that we were slower. And so that would have really let Stack be in a commanding position. Yeah, I guess there were a lot of options. But overall, like I said, still a really good second game. And let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. Alright, last battle of the day. And it is Yveltal. It is going to be, what is it called? Landorus. Landorus Porygon 2 with Chandelure, Yveltal, Regieleki, and Mineshaw. So this is scary. This is very scary. Yveltal has a field day with this team, right? We do have Pincurchin, but we do need to set up Trick Room. Oranguru Stack, Pincurchin, Calyrex. Because what I'm thinking is, you probably lead Yveltal. What? Yveltal Mineshaw? Or Yveltal something to try and KO Oranguru? To prevent it from the Trick Room. You could also Imprison. That's scary. Imprison Chandelure. I have to assume it's Imprison Chandelure. So if that's the case, I might honestly just go for an attack. Turn 1. Because this team needs Trick Room. Their team obviously wants to avoid Trick Room. But if we can get it into Trick Room, we're in a really good spot. Calyrex should be able to put on a ton of pressure. But obviously, like, my opponent has a lot of anti-Trick Room tech. They do have Porygon. They do have, obviously, they do have Chandelure, both of which can stop it. As we do see Lando. Okay, Lando with Mineshaw. This screams to me Faint into Earth Power on Stack. But this also screams to me Trick Room. I think I can survive a close combat from Mineshaw. Calyrex doesn't mind eating an Earth Power. Oh god. Okay, so this will really come down to their plays turn 1. Right? If they double up into Oranguru. Because the question is, who do you think is going to Trick Room, right? And it obviously makes sense that I'm going to set up with Oranguru. You could assume it's Stack. If they double up into Oranguru, I'm in a really bad spot. Like, there's just no way around it. I'm in a bad spot. We will see, like I said, definitely a close combat come out from this Mineshaw. Yep, into Stack. Into Stack. This is great. You could Earth Power in a Stack as well. As you set up a sub. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm very fine with that. Because this lets me go for Instruct Glacial Lance. And we should live... We should be able to live a... Does Mineshaw get Sucker Punch? I feel like Mineshaw learns everything. So I don't really know what it can and can't have. But this is good. Glacial Lance should be enough for... yeah, we'll break the sub. We'll bring Mineshaw down to its Sash. Yep, and then we can go for the second one, and that should pick up the double. And then that gets us to +2, and then it's Yveltal in the back, which Yveltal could be what? Yveltal could have Sucker Punch, which I mean most of them do, but that's fine. We do have Pincurchin in the back. Yeah, we have Pincurchin and Stack. So even if you get off a Sucker Punch onto Calyrex, it's not the worst thing in the world. We could ally switch, right? We could ally switch, which happens before Sucker Punch. That's a good question. Wait. Pokemon prior. Speed priority. I forget what has higher priority. If I can. Stage 5, Stage 4, Protect, Stage 3, Stage 2, Sucker Punch, and Ally Switch is higher priority, right? Okay, cool. So we can Ally Switch and go for a Glacial Lance, because that'll avoid the Sucker Punch coming out from Yveltal, or they are just going to cancel. I think that made sense, right? Like, even if you had Sucker Punch, we still had Stack in the back, which could deal with Chandelure, as well as Pincurchin, which was, yeah, going to be able to deal with both of them fairly easily. So overall, some really good games, some really interesting ones. I'm glad we were able to play with a bunch of restricteds. We will hopefully be using Kyogre in the next videos, so look out for that. Make sure to check out my 5 rental teams video. It does have info on a giveaway. And yeah, until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.